Hello, good evening. Well, today we will discuss about the Bible and it's 2 Samuel 12. Okay, let's go without wasting of time. Nathan rebukes David. The Lord sent Nathan to David. When he came to him, he said, there were two men in certain town, one rich and the other poor. The rich man had a very large number of sheep and cattle, but the poor man had nothing except one little ewe lamb he had bought. He raised it, and it grew up with him and his children. He each shared his food, drank from the cup, and even slept in his arms. It was like a daughter to him. Now travelers came to the rich man, but the rich man refrained from taking one of his own sheep or cattle to prepare a meal for the traveler who had come to his instead. He took the ewe lamb which belonged to the poor man and prepared it for the one of he had come him. David burned with anger against the man and said to Nathan, as surely as the Lord lives, the man who did them, this must die. He must pay for that lamb 4 times over, because he did such a thing and had no pity. Then Nathan said to the David, you are the man. This is what the Lord, the God of Israel says. He anointed you king over Israel, and I delivered you from the hand of Saul. I gave your master's house to you and your master's wives into your arms. I gave you all Israel's of Judah, and if all of these had been too little, I would have been even so more. Why did you despise the word of the Lord by doing what is evil in his eyes? You struck down Uriah the Hittite with the sword and took his wife to be your own. You killed him with the sword of the Ammonites. Now, therefore, the sword will never depart from your house, because you despised man and took the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be your own. This is what the Lord says, out of own household I am going to bring calamity on you. Before your very eyes I will take your wives and give them to one who is close to you, and he will sleep with your wives in broad daylight. You didn't secret, but I will do this thing to the broad daylight before all Israels. Then David said to Nathan, I have sinned against the Lord. Nathan replied, the Lord has taken away your sin. You are not going to die. But because by doing this you have shown utter contempt for the Lord, the son born to you will die. After Nathan had gone home, the Lord struck the child that Uriah's wife had become the David, and he became ill. The David pleaded with God for the child. He fasted and spent the night lying the sackcloth on the ground. The elders of his household stood beside him to get him up from the ground, but he refused. He would not eat any food with them. One of the 17th day, the child died. David's attendants were afraid to tell him that the child was dead, for they thought while the child was still living, he wouldn't listen to us. When we spoke to him, how can we now tell him the child's date? He may do something disparate. Okay, that's it today. Okay, thank you very much. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.